So dear cadets, today I will teach you purification of colloidal solution. Purification of colloidal solution. Colloidal solution. Okay. So just see methods by which we have prepared colloidal solution. Some impurities are also associated with them. Okay. So their purification is very important. Their purification is very important. Otherwise your colloidal solution will be impure only. So there are following methods for the purification of colloids. The first one is dialysis. Second one is electrodialysis. Electrodialysis. Okay. The third method is ultrafiltration. Okay. These are the three methods by which we can purify our colloidal solution. The first one is dialysis. What is dialysis? Dialysis is the process in which colloidal solution is kept in the semi-permeable membrane like parchment membrane, okay, or cell membrane. Then what would be there? Actually, as a impurity in colloidal solution, crystalloids are there. Okay. What are the crystalloids? Ionic substance. So if this solution is kept in the parchment membrane or cellophane membrane, so in those membranes some small pores are there, small holes are there, which allow the passage of crystalloids but does not allow the colloidal particles. Okay. So what definition of electrodialysis we can write? It is the process of, you can write here, it is the process of separation of colloidal particles from the crystalloids from the cellophane or from crystalloid by diffusion through suitable membrane. Maybe cellophane, parchment membrane, etc. Okay. Just see how the process will be carried out. Just try to understand. We'll make here, now I am deleting this side. Try to understand here. We'll make one diagram. Just see. Just take one beaker. In this beaker, what should be kept? This beaker should be filled with solvent. Solvent may be water, no problem at all. This side, this is outlet. What about this one? This is inlet of water. Means you should keep on supplying the water. Okay. Now here one membrane you have to take. Now that membrane may be cellophane or parchment membrane. Okay. Now this membrane should be hanged with one structure here. Okay, inside of this membrane, what is there? Colloidal particles are there. What are there? Colloidal particles. Okay, colloidal particles. And now in these colloidal particles, what should be there? Some, here you write, these big particles are Sol particle. Sol particle means colloidal particle. Sol particle. What about these small particle? These small particles are crystalloids. Crystalloids. What are they? Crystalloids means ionic substance. Okay, what about this one? This is parchment membrane. Parchment membrane. Okay, and now just see, parchment membrane, or this is also known as cell membrane also you can write. Cell membrane. Okay, and now try to understand. This membrane is semi permeable. What is this one? Semi permeable. So now try to understand, here two types of particles are there. Some small particles and big particles. Big particles are colloidal particles, and you know what is their size? Their size is 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. They are bigger. So this parchment membrane will not allow them to pass through it. Okay, means their hole, their pores are not so big that they can allow the safe passage of colloidal particles. So colloidal particle will not pass. What about crystalloids? Crystalloid size is small. All crystalloids, these small particles, they are crystalloids particle. Their size is small and very easily they can pass through the cell membrane or parchment membrane. And outside what is there? Outside what is there? This is water or solvent. Okay, so just see, from inside of this one means Sol particle. Sol particles are just like a colloidal particles are just like a solute particles, and the rest everything including crystalloids, they are the part of solvent. So in the diffusion, what is happening now? How the diffusion will take place? Inside of this one, the concentration of crystalloids are more, so they will diffuse from here to here. They will diffuse from here to here. Means a simple thing, through the pores crystalloids will come out. Crystalloids will come out. So here what would be there? Water plus crystalloids. Crystalloids. Okay, this is outlet. What is this one? Outlet. And now inside of this one, what would be left? When all crystalloids will come out, only colloidal particle will be left, and they are pure. So this is, what about this one? This is dialysis. So what is the meaning of dialysis? It is the process of separation of colloidal particles from the crystalloids by diffusion. What is there? Diffusion. What is the meaning of diffusion? Diffusion is the process of migration of solute particle from higher concentration to lower concentration. So here the concentration of crystalloids is more as compared to outside water here. So crystalloid particle will diffuse from here to here, from higher concentration to lower concentration. That is diffusion. And migration of solvent particle from low concentration to higher concentration, that is osmosis. So here osmosis is not there. Remember, in osmosis, who is migrating? Solvent is migrating from low concentration to higher concentration. In diffusion, who is migrating? Solute is migrating from higher concentration to lower concentration. So outside here, inside water, what is there? Water. Here, less crystalloids. What is there? Less crystalloids. Less crystalloids. What about here? Inside, what is there? More concentration. What is there? More concentration. So what is there? Here more concentration. Here what is there? Less crystalloids. Less concentration of crystalloids. So they will diffuse here. Now yours colloidal particles are now pure. There is one drawback of this process. What is the limitation? What is the limitation of this process? Limitation of this process is it is very slow. What is this one? It is very slow. So since it is very slow, then what would be there? it will take a lot of time. So how can you increase their speed? All arrangement is same only. Now I am going to teach you the second method. In second method, what is there? Name is electrodialysis. Everything is same only. Only here you will fit, just see, delete this one. Definition is same only. Only one new word you will add. What is that new word? Electricity supply should be there. Electrodialysis. What is this one? Electrodialysis. And speed will be increased. Just see. Take here electrode. What is this one? This is cathode. This side what you should take? Every arrangement is same. This is also electrode only, but this is anode. Anode is having, in electrolytic cell, anode is having positive sign. What about this one? This is cathode. Cathode is having negative sign in electrolytic cell. Okay. Now just try to understand here. This is cathode. Okay. Now these are the electrodes. You supply electricity. So when electricity is supplied, the rate of diffusion will increase, and very fastly, your colloidal solution will be purified. So now what is the definition of electrodialysis? Electrodialysis is the process of purification, or it is the process of separation of colloidal particle from crystallites through the process of diffusion, but in presence of electricity. Process will be same, only because of the supply of electricity, process will be fast. That is the only difference. So this method is also completed. What is the third method now? The third method is little bit very advanced. So just try to understand. In third method, name is ultrafiltration. Ultra means very fine. So just try to understand here. Next method name you write ultrafiltration. In ultrafiltration, what is there? Just see. Write down here ultrafiltration. Okay. See the ultrafiltration. First write the definition. It is the process of, what is this one? It is the process of separation of colloidal particles from the impurities by passing it through graded filter paper. I will tell you the meaning of graded filter paper or ultrafiltered paper. It is the process of purification of colloidal solution. It is the process of purification of colloidal solution by using ultrafilter paper or graded filter paper. Okay, just see. Don't worry, we'll explain. Just try to understand. Normal filter paper. Okay, you have seen the filter paper in the laboratory. Okay, in that filter paper, their pore size may be large. So if the pore size is large, some of the colloidal particle may also pass through it. Okay, so there is a loss now. You have kept the filter paper for the passing of impurities through their pores, but some of the colloidal particles are also passing through. So your purpose is futile. Your purpose is futile or not? Then just see. Don't worry. Method is there. Normal filter paper only can be converted into graded filter paper. There is one solution. The solution is collodion. collodion. What is this one? Collodion. What is collodion? Collodion is 5% solution of 5% solution of nitrocellulose. Nitrocellulose. 5% solution of nitrocellulose. 5% solution of nitrocellulose, which is present in ether or alcohol. What is there? 5% solution of nitrocellulose in the mixture of ether, or alcohol, in the mixture of ether or alcohol. Okay, so actually this is 4%. 4% solution of nitrocellulose in the mixture of ether or alcohol, that is known as collodion. Now just see what you have to do. In collodion solution, you have to dip the normal or ordinary filter paper. Okay, that is the step number first. So just see method here. You can write step for making ultra filter paper. Ultra filter paper. Okay, just see. What is the first step now? Dip filter paper in the collodion solution. First one. What is the second one? For hardening it, dip in formaldehyde solution. Formaldehyde solution. Third step is drying. DRYNG, drying. Okay, so just see. First you have to take the collodion solution. What is the collodion solution? 4% solution of nitrocellulose in the mixture with ether and alcohol. Okay, means in the mixture of ether or alcohol, 4% nitrocellulose solution you should add. So now just see, in the solution what you should do? You should dip the ordinary filter paper in collodion solution. Okay, after dipping it, you should remove it, and same filter paper you should dip in the formaldehyde solution. So when you dip this one in the formaldehyde solution, it will be hardened. Okay, it become hard. And the third one is you just dry it. So when you dry it, now your filter paper is now ordinary filter paper only converted into ultra filter paper. Actually, why we are doing all this process? Just for the sake of one thing, so that in whatever big pores are there in the ordinary filter paper, their pore should be reduced, the size of pore should be reduced, and only minute pore should be present. Now in collodion solution, that capacity is there, that it can reduce the big pore size into small pore size. Okay, so collodion solution is used to decrease the pore size of the ordinary filter paper. Now just see, same process, dialysis. Now you have got the graded filter paper or ultra filter paper. In that filter paper, you take the colloidal solution. Okay, now keep it undisturbed for some period of time. Now that bag itself should be dipped in the one solvent solution, as I told you, the dialysis. So when you keep inside the solvent, then what is there? the small particles of impurities, especially crystallites and other small impurities, will pass through, while the bigger particle, colloidal particles, they will be in the bag only, means inside the ultra filter paper only. Now your solution is ready. Now just see, since during this process almost all crystallites and impurities are removed, so your colloidal particle may be dry, then what is there? The fresh solvent you can add to the colloidal particle, so that you get the fresh colloidal solution. In this way, the purification of colloidal solution is over. These are the methods which were given in the NCERT books and syllabus. So now this is completely completed. Now next one is the properties of colloidal solution. So what are the properties of colloidal solution? We'll teach you in the next video. Thank you.